I haven't wanted to isolate the newcomers to the country into one class, and as much as possible to make sure our classes are heterogeneous. So one of the things that we did do is I wanted to prioritize math content. I didn't want the students who were, their home language is Spanish and they're newcomers to the country to get behind on the math content in middle school before they go off to high school. And so our bilingual teacher is focused primarily on teaching math throughout the day to make sure that they are ready for high school and they haven't got behind because they didn't understand the language that the teacher was using. I think a huge structure at our school is around distributive leadership. We can't do everything and there's always a lot to do. My primary responsibility this year is on implementing our special ed reform goals. So Mr. Lewis, who is back there, our assistant principal, is primarily responsible for ensuring that our plan for translanguaging and for reaching all the goals that we've set up through CUNY occur this year. So a structure that's built in that I like beyond this is that every week, one of my days as the principal is coaching with him. So I visit all of his classrooms and his departments that he is primarily responsible for, which includes the ESL and the bilingual classes and the other things that he supervises. And then he goes and does, those are mini observations, and he gives feedback to those teachers. But also, it's a time every single week when he and I can discuss how is his department moving along, and what changes does he need to make immediately that he can then bring up in their department meeting or in one-on-one conversations with teachers. So that's a process of how I schedule my day and the structure that I do every week with both assistant principals that allows me to make sure that even the things that are not my direct responsibility, I know what's going on with them, and I'm also part of shaping them. Also, we have a lot of PD structures like other people do in town for teachers to meet. Departments meet twice a week, and teams meet 3 times a week, grade teams. And the one thing that I'll say about the grade teams is Tuesday our team leaders give PD on content. They give content PD, which is shaped by Danielson's rubric. And we meet with those teacher team leaders once a week, and that allows me to help shape what that content will look like. So, for example, the 8th grade team is focusing on communicating clearly and accurately. So I'm able to build in with the 8th grade team leader who will be delivering that workshop with the 8th grade teachers. What does that look like for emerging bilingual students? And we talk about and shape exactly what it would look like to make sure that you enunciate clearly, but you're not speaking really loudly. You're using gestures, you're using pictures. That's how that would look for communicating clearly. And our final structure is that we incorporate instructional rounds to check and see how all of that is going, all of